Yo, it's 2019.
Audacity TV in this bitch.
They're trying to get R. Kelly the fuck out of here, and he probably should, but
R. Kelly, man. R. Kelly. Great R&B artist
probably the best.
for his time. 100% probably the best. That guy's vocals are fucking insanity.
Right.
But we're talking behind the scenes.
Yeah,
Have you seen the documentary on Lifetime?
I have.
He's a fucking animal. It's the remix to Ignition.
Bro, if I hear this in the club, I gotta go crazy.
Yeah.
It's
This was a great song. This was a great song.
You don't even have the real classic, which is Bump and Grind.
I have it. This was a great
This is Usher
song.
too?
This is Usher and R. Kelly.
Usher, you
Same
fucking
girl.
Oh man. Yeah, what
Usher's got a perm now.
what was that thing that they had the same girl going on or some shit, that they were fucking the same girl?
This is a great song.
Yeah. It's classic R&B, bro.
This is just you just can't. Now you got this one.
Hold on, wait for it. His mind's telling him no.
His body.
His body's telling him yes to 13-year-olds.
You know what's funny? On the documentary series, they put in a pretty much a great, I guess, point of view from the interview perspective, and they were saying that like all of his music is literally stories that he's telling because he couldn't read or really write. R. Kelly's just a musical genius. So in the interview, they were saying that like shit like this, his mind's telling him no, but his body's telling him yeah. So he knows what he's doing, but he's doing it wrong.
Yeah, he knows
Meaning
he's doing
fucking
something wrong.
17-year-olds without consent.
Yeah.
And like in the interview, you know, they were saying that like how he constantly like bribed these girls to come hang out with him, and obviously he's a superstar. So like, if you get a badass bitch like Kim Kardashian, she's like, "Hey Ben, you know, here's my number. Call me whenever." And you're obviously gonna hit her up because you're starstruck. You're like, "All right, let me see what this is about."
Right.
So the young girls would hit him up, and he'd be like, "Oh, mainly girls that said they always wanted to sing." So being of his platform and of his caliber, the girls took that as an opportunity to make it.
Right.
So based on I don't know if these allegations are true. I mean, it's all about what you can prove in court, and he hasn't been proven guilty for any of these accusations
yet. We know we pissed on that little girl.
We don't know because there's no solid content out there.
All right.
But if you think about him,
did OJ kill the guy? Or the
it doesn't matter if he did it or not because he's not guilty. His wife, he's not guilty.
I mean, yeah,
that's what's wrong with the judicial system, but we're not gonna get into that.
Yeah,
it's very apparent. And what fucked up? Speaking of OJ, what fucked up that case was when the prosecutor asked him to fit the glove.
Right.
Keep in mind, leather after a certain amount of time diminishes its texture, it shrinks. His hand is obviously not gonna fit in a glove that's 10 years old.
Right.
So that's how he was let off the case. That was the main reason why they were like, all right, cool.
But yo, they
glove
had
doesn't
no.
fit,
This is what
you're
happened.
Not guilty.
This is what happened in the R. Kelly case, though. They had the girl
confess.
They had the girl say it was not R. Kelly.
Because you got to think, man. If you're put in a situation as a teenager, and it's not only a situation like between like a girl that we know who may have gotten.
She
raped
was
before.
paid off, dude. That's all
Either
it was.
that
She
or
was paid off.
you got to think of the embarrassment as well that's gonna come with her and the rest of her life. So if it's someone that we know, they'll obviously admit to us who did it and whatever because it's not mainstream. You know what I mean? Like she was either A, paid off, or B, she didn't want to have that embarrassment entitled to her and her life around her for the rest of her life.
That's
so it's
true.
one of those things. You know,
I can see that too. That's such an interesting thing.
Because she said it. They were like the jury voted not guilty because when they asked on the interview, there was a lady and apparently she introduced her niece.
Right.
And she was an artist. Like she's very well known. I don't remember her name, but she was an artist working with R. Kelly.
Yeah.
And he was doing collaborations and everything with her. She was a mainstream artist.
Right.
And she introduced her niece to R. Kelly.
Yeah.
And apparently he was fucking her niece. But when they brought her niece to the podium, she said it wasn't her.
Yeah.
Even though we all knew, because in the video it showed her, like, if I'm your son, you can tell me I'm your son on video just by seeing me immediately.
Yo, did you ever see the Boondocks episode?
I don't watch Boondocks.
The Boondocks is a great show.
I'm not into anime like comedy like
I'm not
Family
into
Guy.
anime
I don't watch
either.
Family Guy.
But no, the Boondocks, the reason I bring that up is because the Boondocks did an episode where they had the whole R. Kelly situation
Yeah.
going on. And they
I
had
seen a
Riley,
snippet
for
of
anybody
it.
that knows. If someone's peeing on you, would you A, continue to get pissed on, or B, move the fuck out of the way?
I mean, I would most likely
Oh,
move out the
man.
way.
I mean, the thing
Unless I'm
about it is,
subdued.
he was probably promising her all types of shit. That shit is fucking gross, man. I mean, it sucks because it's like, the real question comes down to, can you separate the art from the artist? I believe you can.
You can. I mean, as they said, he wasn't the sharpest tool in the shed, as we have
He
R.
couldn't
Kelly
read or
playing in the
write.
background.
He couldn't read.
He couldn't necessarily read, and he couldn't read music. He couldn't write music.
He
and
could
just,
piss, though.
He
No
could
problem
piss,
pissing.
and he could fuck underage girls.
Right.
And he has a fucking
not funny.
phenomenal voice. This is a very serious topic. Unfortunately, it's just one of those things. It's like, you know, we're young. You know, like, obviously there's parental consent and stuff, but you got to think about, he was with Aaliyah, the gorgeous Aaliyah, and the very multi-talented
And people wrote
Aaliyah.
that off. She was 15
She was
when they got
15.
married. Oh,
But
my
then
God.
again, they got married, and there was an interview on BET that they wore matching, I believe it was Disney outfits. They wore like a jean jacket with like Mickey
Yeah,
Mouse.
no, I
or
saw.
like a
I know what you're
plaid
talking about.
button
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
The lady asked, "How old are you?" And she's like, "That's a secret." So clearly, it's either these girls are being paid off, they're getting absolutely great D, or you don't understand. I can't put myself in her shoes because I don't know what was going on, but a lot of people are upset because it's the simple fact of he's getting off all these times, but it's what you can prove in court. That's the judicial system.
And they're coming after him now.
Now they're coming after him, but still, after all these years, he's been tried like 3-4 times already, and he's beat them every fucking time. So in his mind, he's untouchable.
Yeah, he's untouchable.
Which is what they stated in the Lifetime interview.
But they're gonna get him. You know why? Because he's running out of money now.
That's why. The reason why this campaign, it's hashtag Mute R. Kelly, is for people to be aware of what kind of monster he allegedly is. I can't say he is because he hasn't been proven guilty.
He's a monster.
I think it's accurate because he has multiple victims,
And here's the crazy
and
thing.
they're very detailed stories. It's not like a girl looking for clout.
I was watching a Joe Rogan clip when they were talking about this like in 2017, and they looked at his net worth. It was 150 million. His net worth today
Holy
is
shit.
1 million. Okay, so let's think about that.
His
How do you
assets and everything.
how do you go from 2017 to 150 million to 2019 to 1 million?
I have one word. It's awareness.
And you're paying off people. You're paying
That-
off people, and you're paying for a lot of shit
Listen,
that keeps.
well, you got to think too. He had all this money. He was buying properties. He had a house in Atlanta, which is where all this alleged shit was going down. He had like a room. It was called the Black Room. It was like fucking 50 Shades of Grey kind of
yeah,
feel.
I know. That's the other thing.
Like,
though,
and
with,
his house got
with the female
foreclosed.
psychology. Why is the whole 50 Shades of Grey thing like such a big trend among females? But then when it comes down to
The reality of it.
the reality of it, then it's gross.
Well, certain girls like that type of shit.
It is, and that's where the lines get blurry. Like, yo, anybody can get caught out in this Me Too movement today.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, R. Kelly, hands down, I think, in my opinion, is guilty. He's gross. Mute R. Kelly should be a thing. I mean, I think it's gross.
It's definitely growing, that campaign to mute R. Kelly, because he's not even allowed in Chicago to do a show. They shut down
Yeah.
his main revenue in Chicago, which is his hometown, and they canceled his concert,
As they should.
as they should have. But then again, it's a touchy,
Because now, like,
it's a tricky waters situation because he hasn't been proven guilty.
Yeah.
We have all these stories and all these accusations. We have videos of him. There's sex tapes out there from fucking 2001, of him fucking
Yeah.
a girl doggy style, her blowing him. But I can't tell age, bro. There's 15-year-old women out here in the world.
Aaliyah looked old for being 15.
But listen, you got to think now, dude. There's women out nowadays, young girls. I'm not a pedophile, but you see a girl and they're growing.
When you're at the bar or the club,
Yeah,
it's
this
just not your
fucking
first thought
bro,
whether they're
Nah,
they're
you don't think of their
age.
age. You're like,
Yeah.
holy shit, But then you really look at them and you observe how they're acting, and they're fucking still babies.
So what is the appropriate age? Because this is what
I
always
believe
said.
I believe the appropriate
Yeah, I
age
wanna
is
say-
19.
No, this is what I've been told. For your age, right? You cut it in half and add 7. That formula always works.
Well, I'm 23, so
So
cut that in half.
let's
That's
pretend
a-
you're
that's
24 to even
okay.
number. So it's 19.
12
So 19.
plus 7, 19.
Yeah.
I mean, legally it's 19.
Legally, it's 17 in New York.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was 18.
in New
Or
York,
19.
that's why Tyga, when he was fucking with Kylie Jenner, she was 17, and
He was whatever.
he was catching flack over
Yeah, but R.
that.
Kelly was fucking like 28 and Aaliyah was 15.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. When it's such a gap, then it makes it more gross. Like if maybe he was
Like if
not-
you're 60 years old and you're married to a
If he was,
40-year-old
like,
in
19
society,
at the
that may
time.
look bad, like in Pineapple Express.
yeah.
When what was
Yeah.
his name? Not Seth Rogen. Is it Seth Rogen? The main character in Pineapple Express?
Seth Rogen was one of the main characters.
He was, right?
Yeah.
He was like, in society, that might look bad, but if it's consensual,
Yeah.
you know, which is true. Because if
Age ain't nothing but a number.
age ain't nothing but a number, and that's one of, I think I'm 90% certain that's one of R. Kelly's songs.
No, it's an Aaliyah album, and it's an Aaliyah song.
It is.
But you know what's crazy? He was
She
creeping
was-
on the back of
He
that
was
album.
with her.
Yeah. So, you know, it's all.
There was a video, and I'm gonna talk to our, engineer, and I'm gonna see if he can add the clip. And there was an interview with him, and it said, "Do you like?" The guy just came out straight up. So imagine us having R. Kelly here. We're like,
Oh yeah,
you
I know.
come
what
out of
you're talking
nowhere, you're
about.
like, "Do you like underage women?"
Yeah.
And he froze up, and he got very defensive, and he's like, "How old we talking?" Like his whole body.
No,
he was like,
no, he said,
"How
"Do you
old
like
are we?"
teen?"
Well, that's what he said. He's
teenagers?"
like, "How old we talking?"
Yeah.
In terms of teens. And then he was like, I don't know, 12 to fucking 19. That's the teenage, 13 to 19. He's like, no. If it's like 18, 19, I'm okay with it. Well, he said some shit. I can't quote it because I don't fucking remember.
No, but
But-
that's to the effect of
But
what it was.
you could
Yeah.
see his body language completely change. He was like, well, how old are we talking? And he like
First of
looked
all,
at
he
the
should just
camera.
deny
He
that.
should say no. But some people are attracted to younger women.
And
And that's
19
okay.
is
It's
legal.
a preference.
And like with the Offset
Listen,
situation,
I could be with a 19-year-old. I'm 23.
Offset is 26, and the whole thing with him and Cardi breaking up was that he was fucking with two 19-year-olds. So, I mean, it's still present today. It's just like
Mhm.
once you go below, I mean, nobody should be fucking with a 17-year-old, even if that's legal. Hey, in Mexico, the legal age of consent is 16.
Bro, I'm not a guy. I've never really looked at age. I always kept it within my age area. So, like right now, I'm 23. My lady is 22.
Yeah.
My buddy was 22 and he was dating a 19-year-old. And at first it was like, all right,
I don't think that's a bad gap at
it's
all.
not a bad gap, but it's just like you think about it. Like your first thought's like, oh, you're a pedophile, but like you're joking because it's your boy.
yeah.
but
You're not, but
You're not really bashing him because it's not bad.
You're not
It's
looking
only
at
3 year
somebody.
difference, bro.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
parents are 3 years apart, so it's an average.
But when you're
thing.
like
when
30
you're
plus,
31
yeah,
and you're dating an 18-year-old,
okay, now it's just like
now you're her sugar daddy,
right.
which is probably what most likely R. Kelly was. And I really hope these accusations aren't true because he's a great lyricist. He's
Everyone
a great
wants
artist.
them to be not true, but it's
But
just
you
like
know what?
you gotta accept.
You gotta
the fact.
accept the fact of reality, and if this is really what he was doing, then at the end of the day, dude, he's a fucking monster. He's a monster, and he needs to be punished severely for his accusations as well as actions.
And I mean, if you look at the way he's psychologically manipulating these girls, it's
Yes.
pretty mirroring of like how a pimp does it.
Exactly.
They
exactly.
become their daddy. They
The
pay.
sugar daddy.
Yeah, and then you're reliant on somebody. So
There's-
it's a nasty cycle that they just get sucked into.
Exactly. It's like a black hole in a way.
Yeah.
Like you just not can't get out. Like on Lifetime, I'm gonna keep bringing up Lifetime because that's the most recent thing and the most information we have on R. Kelly so far.
That's the first shit I watched on Lifetime in a minute.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
exactly. I
front.
haven't,
But I didn't
nigga,
stop
don't even
watching
have-
that.
I watched, I watched the full series, and it was 6 episodes, I believe, about an hour apiece. And every night I was staying up to 4 or 5 in the morning watching all of them, binge watching it, because I'm like, dude, what the fuck is really going on? Because I'm a fan of R. Kelly. I was probably conceived to one of his songs. Who the fuck knows?
Oh, I know, man.
You
It's
know?
like I think everyone has at some
Yeah,
point. To an
man.
R. Kelly
someone
song.
has definitely fucked to an R. Kelly song. Many people have fucked to his music, and that's okay because that's the type of music he puts out.
Right.
If you hear this in the background and you vibing with a girl and you smoking bud and just chilling, something's going down. If you got this
That's
in
the
the
mood.
background,
You're setting
bro,
the mood
it's-
right
it's-
there, man.
You know what I mean? So it's one of those things, dude. It's kind of like he's just a great lyricist. He's a great musician. He was great at what he did, and he's one of the greatest, hands down. And I will never personally try to strip that title from him.
And that's what I'm saying. You can separate the art from the artist.
Exactly.
We don't have to say that the Cosby Show was gross.
I've
because
never
Bill
even
Cosby,
seen the Cosby Show.
Well, the Cosby Show was like America's Dad at one point. Like he was the guy,
Okay.
and after all those allegations, it's like we're going to look at him differently. Obviously, they're two completely different situations, but they're still along the lines of, okay, you're abusing, raping, doing things you should not be doing, sexual misconduct.
Yeah.
All under the umbrella of sexual misconduct. I think here's the other problem, too. So we can agree that all of R. Kelly's behavior has been nasty. We've seen the progression of his gross behavior. But now they're trying to bring in, like, I saw a video of Drake when he was, like, 20 and he brought a 17-year-old on stage and was, like, fondling her. I think you can't, if you overbroaden an issue to anything, it becomes like, then we can't.
Global issue.
No, but then we can't focus on the people that are really doing the nasty shit. Like Drake,
Yeah.
maybe Drake does some
Maybe Drake
sketchy
touched
shit.
your titty, bro. It's
It's
Drake. He's fucking America's sweetheart,
and,
man.
and he was on stage, and it's not like he was trying to pursue her after or
Signed the
anything
girl,
like that.
but did the girl put out a lawsuit or something?
No, I mean she was cool with it.
All right, so then that's it, man. That's
But-
her consent right
yeah.
there, man. Get your titty
But
grabbed by
that's the
Jake.
thing. When you're a
By
certain
Drake.
age, you can't consent. And her being 17, that's where it comes into the whole issue of what you running low on juice, bro.
Yeah, I'm running low on juice. So.
But
yeah, man, it's.
But that's the thing. I just think you can't overbroaden the issue to the extent where it's like everybody that's brought a girl that's been, slightly underage, like a 17-year-old on stage, should be crucified. No, the behavior R. Kelly exhibited was particularly nefarious and nasty. And,
He should
and
be
just,
crucified.
Yeah.
Literally, because he's doing. It's not like he just pulls her on stage, maybe touches a titty, and that's it. Like, he's not just known to be a titty grabber, man. He's fucking selling these girls false dreams, pretty much holding them hostage in a sense, fucking them. They're pretty much his sex slaves, dude. He walks in the house, you get upstairs, like, on some crazy shit. I mean, and he has a problem. He has a problem, dude. That's a serious problem.
Yeah.
He's not an nympho. He's
Yeah.
a fucking pervert.
Yeah, no. You can't, even if they were of age, let's just say they're over 20, and you're keeping that many women in a house, and they're under those type of conditions, that's fucked up. That's why I had one girl, it seemed a little weird, she was like 30-something, that said she was in that whole sex cult type thing and whatever, but it speaks to the fact that it's not really just about age, it's also about the psychological manipulation.
Of vulnerable women.
Yeah, a vulnerable woman, and this guy that's in power that has all this, whatever.
He makes great music, dude. Every fucking girl's gonna like Drake can do the same thing because
He can,
Drake's
but he was
music,
never. He was
he
never.
would never do that. But I'm
yeah.
just saying the caliber of Drake's audience are mostly women. Justin Bieber could do it. All the women that he likes.
Yeah,
and all
we
the
don't.
young
We
girls
don't know exactly what they're doing.
But you know what I'm saying? Like someone with that type of power that puts out that kind of music is mainly for the ladies. Drake, don't get me wrong. Drake could hit a cold 16 and got me in my feels and thumping.
Yeah.
But mainly, most women gravitate to artists that way.
Yeah.
Like
that's where their main.
Like you got the artist
fan
John
base.
Queese, great singer, great vocalist. Women love him.
Not the king of R&B, by the way.
Not the king of R&B. I
Not-
mean,
not even of
who's
modern
the king
R-
of R&B now? Who do you think that would be? You can't. I don't know what the fuck Drake is.
No, Drake's.
Tory Lanez is an R&B, but he makes some fire.
That's what I'm
fucking
saying. Everybody's just
the
like a-
Chicks tapes are great.
Everybody's just like a hybrid now. Like Drake's like a hybrid. Tory Lanez is like
Yeah,
a
but
hybrid.
who's a true R&B? There's no true R&B artist out there
No, there are, but they're just not. I mean, like,
that makes shit like this. Like, this is R&B.
yeah, this is like the true. When did they can't hear this? But when did
This
what
is
song?
Same Girl. This
yeah,
came
when
out.
did that come out?
Well, I'm a Flirt came out. I can't even tell. 1 second. I'm sorry.
I forgot about
Same
this
Girl
one.
came
There's
out
so many hits
2007.
he has. He's just got hits for days.
Hits on hits on hits, dude, and every fucking song was platinum. I think this was one of my.
I mean, this is everybody's favorite.
This is just a great fucking song.
Hey, but the thing is, again, back to the conversation of we can separate the art from the artist, and I hope
Yeah.
eventually, if he gets convicted, that maybe these the
What-
sales or whatever
what do
should
you-
go to the families of these.
Of the victims.
Yes.
What do you think, if he was convicted guilty, what do you think the punishment would be? Because the judicial system in itself is very fucked. You know, that whole thing, you're innocent until proven guilty, I get it. I understand it.
No, that's how it should be. No question. Okay, so now.
Yeah, but what about all the people that are proven guilty that were innocent?
You just grabbed my dick before, and now
No.
I feel violated.
No, the fuck I didn't.
But I'm saying I could just say that, and now you have to prove your innocence. Who's gonna prove it?
Well, first of all, you're not just gonna take me to court for that and some shit like
But
that.
I'm
There's
saying,
no proof.
But I'm saying that could happen. there's not a lot of proof. It's hard to prove a rape case. That's why a lot of rape cases get thrown out. So I'm just saying, like, you're right in a way, but at the same time, we have to keep that standard.
Well, there's rape cases that have forensic teams, you know, pretty much dissect the female.
Well,
in a way
when they go to it right away, then yes.
Right away, yeah.
They
but if you're like, oh yeah, fucking Ben raped me 3 years ago.
Yeah.
What?
That's what I'm saying, man. Any dude can catch the wave out here.
Especially if you have money, it's easy target.
And that's why I want to highlight cases like R. Kelly to say, great artist, gross human being, but that's not generalizable to all men, nor do all men sexually harass women.
But you're saying he's gross.
He
just said you're innocent until proven guilty. He's innocent.
He is innocent, but
we don't know if these are real. Did he really do all this?
Okay.
Are these bitches chasing for clout?
Let me give you another example. If I call you a racial epithet, right? Because you're Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure the legal status on this, but I'm pretty sure if I'm just saying this to you, I'm not gonna go to jail. But if I'm constantly saying racial things, let's say,
that's harassment.
I'm gonna be socially outcasted, and that's what should happen. Right now,
Trump.
Right now, R. Kelly is being socially outcasted, and I think that's necessary. When they build a case against him, which I think they will, since his money is diminishing, he's gonna have less money with his lawyers to fight it. Then they're gonna nab him. But, you know, my whole thing is it's a slippery slope when you start talking about Drake. Then you start talking about, is Usher. And, I mean, I don't know why they didn't throw Chris Brown out of here yet. Chris Brown's really the best R&B artist of our generation. I don't even like...
He's not really focusing on R&B.
He's focused on popping pills.
He's smoking bogeys. True R&B artist, man. I mean, you got Jacquees. True R&B artist. I'm not sure if he's the king. I do like his music. I enjoy his music.
I like
his
Jacquees.
vocals are great.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really think of any other R&B artist. I'm gonna Google it.
I mean, it's not really my catalog of music.
Me either.
R&B.
I like trap shit. Gunna, Lil Baby.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more. Yeah, I
Travis
like
Scott.
the new age shit. It definitely is lacking in R&B. I think the classic R&B joints, you go back to the 90s and you find them, or the 2000s. I mean, we had who's the bald dude always wearing the hat? Why can't I fucking think of anything? You know what I'm talking about?
Not by that description, brother. Bald dude always wearing a hat. I think all bald dudes wear hats.
No, I can't think of his name. But
The Weeknd is the king of R&B.
See, The Weeknd's an interesting one because he's almost like
melodic. He's
like a pop hybrid. He's not like House of Balloons. What is House of Balloons R&B? Like that's like a real. It's a as you would like to say, a harmonizer.
When you think of R&B, you think of like Boyz II Men, R. Kelly.
Yeah.
You got like Fifth Harmony.
I'm still waiting for that name to come. What the fuck is his name?
Bald dude with a hat.
He's always wearing a hat. I think he begins with an N.
Neo.
There you go.
Big ass bald head.
Neo is a
short
great
motherfucker.
Is a good
He's a good R&B artist. Absolutely.
Then we had
Neo.
like
you got
Usher.
Bruno Mars, but he's more pop.
Fuck Bruno Mars.
Yeah, cocaine. I keep my circle small, man.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why I do that. Whether I'm successful in this life or not, all it takes is one fucking girl who's just a psycho bitch, and not to call her a bitch, but just a psycho individual, where now you're being accused and having all these things thrown at you on your plate and all this shit. Like, man, I don't know, bro. It's such a bad topic.
It is,
and it's so hard to talk about it because you really have to watch what you say because there's a lot of victims out there.
You gotta walk on. We're walking on thin ice even right now.
Well, my big ass will break through the ice, but we
that's
definitely
what I'm
have
saying,
to tread
bro.
carefully, man.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a tragic fucking thing, dude. Just being defenseless, and having something done to you without your consent, like.
No, I mean, I totally understand it from a woman's view.
Yeah.
But you got to see it from the male view too. Like
maybe she's sending mixed, but even again, like if you linking up with a girl, right?
Yeah.
And that the girl's down to fuck around and experiment.
Sure.
But maybe she's not ready at the time to do it. But that the agendas and the hidden messages and the eye contact.
Okay. Let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there. The hidden messages, that's where it gets distorted. Because some people are gonna say, no, she wasn't. That she's just being.
Or she'll say, no, I was just being friendly.
Yeah.
But now you're like, but as a man, you could tell.
You can tell, but it's
can
that
tell.
it's that fine line where it's like.
But how can
where
you tell?
do-
It's like that. Thing.
Yeah,
It's like
so
in
then
a
it's
court.
like-
Look, what do you just say on the podium? All right, Ricardo. I could just tell that she was giving me the eye.
Yeah, she was giving me the look. Well, we know the look.
You're guilty. Like,
But-
we know the look, but how can you explain that look?
Okay, so have you had a New Year's resolution
Yeah, every year it's the same shit.
to go to the gym?
Try to slow down on vaping and go to the gym, and it's top of the year. I bought a new vape. Still eating like shit.
Hey.
It's
Hey, brother, we living out here. But
it's whatever.
the New Year's resolution.
I do want to drop some weight though.
It's-
I do want to
You
drop.
know what
like
my
20
New Year's
pounds.
resolution is? To put out fucking content, so we don't have these fucking posers on Long Island who act like fucking fake radio talk show hosts.
Yeah, we got fucking Big Show on the left.
Yeah.
Fucking talking that shit. Nah, you know what, man? Fuck it. Nah, we ain't even gonna disrespect them. It's whatever. But you know
Don't
where
say
to
no names either.
you know where to get the better content at. That's what I'm gonna say. We might not be putting out
Well,
as
this-
much,
Okay, this is what I was gonna say.
but
as
we
far
got
as the
some
New
good
Year's
shit. And
resolution.
y'all niggas already know what time we on.
we need to put out more and more, and it's not gonna stop. It's
Well, we got
gonna-
it. So unfortunately, we just gotta get more views. Like not views, but because views are gonna come, but we just gotta get more content, as you were saying.
Yeah.
So I gotta
More
be up on my
content.
shit, and my stand is acting out. But yeah, we just gotta get a couple more interviews. I need you guys to let us know what you guys like. Do you guys like the interviews with the local artists, or do you like our rants? The duo.
And we can do a combination.
Because we can do a combination,
we can
but
include
whatever
the
we need
artists
to
in our
know.
rants.
We need to know what our viewers like more.
But here's what I
'Cause
don't
this
want.
is pretty dope.
No, but
I could talk
we
all day.
But I don't want to set the viewers to have total control. Sure, they can tell us what they like.
No, of course. Like a,
this
like a
is
slight
what this is what
preference.
I don't
like
want.
A pie
I
chart.
don't want to come up and have every artist promote their music. No, if you're an
Yeah.
artist and you're listening to this,
Listen,
come up
if,
here.
If you're on our radar, we'll contact you. It's that simple.
But not
If-
even
If
that.
you're not being contacted, then do whatever the fuck it is that you're doing.
Not even so much that though. When you come up to here, don't expect for this to be like a promo. I'm not trying to make this some knockoff Hot 97 Breakfast Club. No, we want to hear about your personality, who you are.
Why you got into music. Your
But
life.
even away
your life,
from music,
nigga.
who are you as a person, and what can you offer in terms of being a
The art.
character?
As well as a character. Yeah, I mean, listen, we've had a couple artists
Pete
up
James.
here.
Pete James has been our best character so far. Shout out to Pete James,
Shout
just
out Pete
because
James.
you're an entertainment machine, man. That
Yes,
guy
he
is
just
a
puts out-
fucking.
But in terms of like
He's a
artists,
funny
we've
dude.
had a couple artists up here. That
Yeah, shout out everyone that's been up
enjoy-
here.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean,
I love all our guests so far.
yeah. Shockwave was dope.
Shockwave was dope.
Trippy motherfucker, I like it.
Yep.
Rabs was fire. Great performer. We've had a couple of others, but it's just that thing. It's like they didn't necessarily come up here, as you could see in our interviews. They didn't come up here just trying to self-promote. They were open to talk about anything. We asked Shockwave about certain drug experiences. He was open to it. We spoke to Rabs about a potential beef with one of his boys. He was open to it.
Yeah.
You don't just hear them talking about, yes, I'm putting out this EP, man. This is what we're doing. Like, that's it. 2019.
I don't want to hear
it's a
about
new
your EP.
We don't listen, nigga. If we
I don't care
stumble
about
across
your
your
EP
EP
that much.
we stumble across your EP.
I
It's
might
that
listen
simple.
to it. We're gonna get a
Very
lot
unique.
of shit. Audacity 2019 is a takeoff. 2018
Was just a test run.
Was just a test run. We are
But
taking,
no discredit to we interviewed, because that's helping us lift off, and
Oh,
we're gonna
of
get
course.
those guys back in to see how
Yeah,
their
of
years
course.
is going. So whoever we interviewed in
classic
2018,
Rabs,
any content, we're gonna
yeah.
touch up on 2019 as a part 2 to see what the fuck is really going on in their life. Because at Audacity, bro, in a sense, I mean, we do, but like we care. You know what I mean? And that's why you're on our show. Like, we're not just doing it to just do it. Like, if you're on our show, bro, it's because we fuck with you, we rock with you, we like the stuff that you're doing, and we think that the world should see. And other people who may not have, follow you on IG or Facebook or fucking Snapchat and know what's going on, aside from your content, but just as like a dope individual. You know what I mean? So 2018 was the start off. This year's the takeoff. And we're going to see where this brings us, man.
So we're on it. What? Okay.
The production,
most underrated.
fucking insanity.
Most underrated album of 2018.
Underrated album.
I don't want to give a top list and go through this whole, but
Let's
just
do a top three underrated list. Underrated for 2018.
I got two.
Huncho Jack.
That was 2018. Oh yeah, that was 2018. Okay,
Huncho Jack.
I agree.
Let me go through my Apple Music.
Here's mine. Huncho Jack, I don't know if Black's album was underrated, but East Atlanta Love Letter, 100% for me, I thought it was underrated. And Earl, some rap songs. If you want to listen to that album all the way through, that is a good rap album. And I know you haven't heard. I know most people haven't heard it.
All right, underrated albums or EPs?
What did I just say? No distinction.
Okay.
Oh,
I think
an EP is shorter than an album. I was thinking of
this
LP.
is an album. I think The Last Rocket by Takeoff was very underrated.
I didn't hear
Every song,
I didn't even hear it.
bruh. Like this song, just a great.
What song is it? Oh, I know this song.
Casper.
Yeah.
So I think that was underrated. I liked every song on that. I think Juice WRLD's album was underrated.
No, it was not underrated.
No, Lucid Dreams wasn't underrated, but the rest of the album was.
I like the whole album, but I don't think it was underrated.
Like, I'm in my black Benz
doing cocaine with
that
my
shit
black
slaps,
friends,
bro.
Yeah, that shit goes hard. But I don't think that's underrated. I'm not letting you count that. That Juice WRLD and Future project sucked.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that. Sign of the Streets 3, I think, was underrated. Lil Durk.
Okay, yeah, I could see that.
It's got a good. But that's because Chicago rap fell off. Like, this is fucking fire, bro.
What did you think about What did you think about 6ix9ine's album? The one he released after he got caught up. Shout out to and by the way, here I'm a fan.
6ix9ine, man.
I'm a fan. We're in New York here.
Free
I mean, we're
6ix9ine.
Long Island first and
I
foremost,
fuck
but
with
we are in New
6ix9ine.
York. So free 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine is my guy.
Oh,
And that's the other thing. Wait, hold on,
underrated?
hold on,
We're
hold on.
talking underrated?
Yeah.
Nav. One of the most underrated artists in
I'm
hip hop,
not-
bro.
No.
Reckless?
No,
You didn't
he's
like the
not.
Reckless album.
I heard a couple of songs. I
You
just
didn't-
he's very he's very like
but-
melancholy, like
She said she like my jeans, they got rip after rip. Money piling up like pancakes.
It's
flip
okay.
after flip.
Bro,
it's
Rabs, Jesus Christ. Nav is fire, bro.
Nav said he's quitting since Uzi said he's quitting.
No way.
But here's the thing. Hold
no, yo, if Nav quits, I'm stopping this podcast because that's my fucking fuel, man.
on. No, he's not
Anything
gonna
Nav
stop.
drops,
I don't even
I'm
think
on
Uzi
it.
gonna stop. But
Fuck Uzi.
no. See now
Fuck Uzi, bro.
now we've taken it a step too far. Uzi, I love you, bro.
I'm not big on Uzi.
Uzi's-
I like Uzi when he was
Uzi's
putting
old
out
flow-
this type of shit. Hold on.
Let me hear, because I probably like. I mean, I didn't think Love Is Rage 2 was his.
Nah, I'm talking about the shit before he was mainstream.
Yeah, I like.
like
All of my boxes they Tommy, hey. Some of my
Yeah,
boxes be
hold on.
bathing, hey. That shit went hard, bro. Back in the day.
like
Uzi
old
was-
Uzi. Like I mean, he's still
Yeah.
like new because he's still new.
No,
to
but
the
like
game in
when
a
he
way,
first
but-
came out, I've listened to him since he was with DJ Drama, and he was putting out his tapes. All his shit slapped. All his shit slapped.
Like, this is pretty old.
I think Uzi is
Nah, Uzi's nice.
Uzi would be a
Uzi's
top.
nice.
He's a top
weird.
tier.
He's weird. That's an ad. That's not Uzi.
Oh, it's okay. Yes. This is
Fire.
great.
Fire.
This is great. That no one knows this song. They make it dumb. 2019, man. We coming for everybody. Podcasters.
Everybody, bro. I mean, I'm gonna just say this much. This is called Audacity TV. If you're on this show, you may or may not get roasted. Just come correct, and we'll talk about it. I mean, we're gonna have artists here that we're not gonna agree with all the content they put out, but you better be able, if you come onto this show, to take criticism. Because if you can't, good luck to you. Because it's not gonna be friendly.
Long Island rappers, I want to see it come up in 2019, man. Step
Yes,
your
I
games up.
definitely want to see an artist from Long Island make it in 2019.
And I think we.
I think we got a couple
I
on the
think we
radar.
will.
We got a couple on the radar right now. We got a couple underrated ones on the radar as well. Just keep grinding, man. I mean, and when I say come up, I don't only mean in music. Just
doing whatever
in
you're doing.
success, man. Whatever your craft is, whether it be acting, dancing, music, fucking art, like painting, like whatever the fuck your craft is, bro. This isn't only a musical. All right, fuck this shit. This isn't only a musical podcast, man. I mean, we do it all.
We do it all.
We do it all, man. If you're a fucking dope artist,
You got something dope to
show
say?
us some
Come
fucking
up.
pictures and some art, man, and we'll get you up here. We'll talk about it. I mean, obviously, music is that's the platform right now. Everyone gravitates to music because it's an art that speaks in many different languages to many different people. So, but we're not only after the music heads and the artists in terms of music. Like, we're out for everybody, man. You got a dope talent, man. You make fucking fire jeans and clothing. Come through, man. Set us up with some fucking hats. We'll do the interview, how you get into music, DJs. What else? What other, chefs, whatever the fuck it is, bro. You come through.
You chasing clout on Instagram, and you got a big enough following. Come up here and talk about it. We'll talk. You can make it in 1,000 different ways today, and your online capital is more important than ever. So increase your online capital. Come up,
man.
And don't be a bitch.
Facts. So, start off the new year. This is our toast to the new year.
Toast.
To you.
Raise your shit, bro.
I can't raise anything. I'm going to raise my mic.
All right. Cheers.
Toast to the new year. Audacity TV.
Bitch.
We out, bitch.